We are here with Bruce Timm, Sam Liu, and Jim Krieg to talk about the newest film they are working on, Batman Gotham by Gaslight. I'm so excited to have you guys here.
We're excited to be here.
So we were just talking, obviously, right before we started out. We're in New York. It's really crazy. What is New York Comic-Con like for all of you guys coming to talk about the new film?
It definitely has a different vibe than San Diego. I mean, it's big, but I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's different.
There's still a lot of bumping, but there's more like, hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Except it's like Pokemon telling you to
When
do that.
you said bumping, I was like, what?
I mean,
I thought
Pikachu.
you meant
I know
like
Pokemon's
bumping,
the game.
like it was cool, but
Yeah,
you meant
yeah.
bump, like
Yeah,
literally bumping into
Oh,
people.
yeah. No, there's a lot of
I got
physical
it.
contact.
I got it. So obviously, we're here to talk about the movie. For people who maybe haven't read the series,
Everyone
the
has
graphic novel.
everyone has read
Well, I bet
Gotham by
everybody
Gaslight,
here
and if
has.
they haven't, they should run out now and get it. Or get it on digital download.
So I feel like since he just gave the little, like, you should read it pitch, who wants to give the pitch of background if someone hasn't read it and they want to get into it?
It's basically it's famously one of the first of the Elseworlds comics. So it's a Batman story, but it takes place in the past in an alternate universe, and it's basically Batman versus Jack the Ripper. That's the elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper's the bad guy. It's not a team up.
Yeah.
This is, like, just from this dynamic here, I'm like, and this is why you guys work so well together. He's like, I'll just stand here and let
I
this
just
go.
observe, and I'm like, I'll just put it together.
Sam is like Teller.
Exactly.
So, Sam, can you talk to us about what characters we're going to see that you guys are bringing from the book into the film?
There's a lot. I don't know. Should we
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
It is
But-
call DC All Access.
Oh, I thought this was DC Some Access.
Oh.
We came on the wrong show.
Not right now, not right now.
Well, there's a lot of people that are the characters, but they may not be like, say, Selena Kyle is not necessarily Catwoman, even though there's homages to it. She's her own person. So there's a lot of other people, like Harvey Dent,
Harvey Bullock.
Commissioner Gordon. There's a
You know
lot.
what's fun
There's,
is when you're watching it, before anybody's name is said, you're going to see them, and it gives you the opportunity to go, oh, I know who that is. Oh, I know who that is. And so you have that moment of smug satisfaction that most of us live for.
The smug satisfaction of just knowing that you know the DC universe, even if it is Elseworlds.
But you have to remember that, so they'll have mustaches or mutton
Everybody has
chops
mustaches.
and hats.
Even
There are a lot
Selena.
of hats.
To really get into it, let's talk a little bit about the character design for this. Did you make some tweaks, changes? How did you want to approach it for this one?
Yeah, it has its own unique look because it takes place in the past in an alternate universe. We couldn't reuse any designs from our previous shows, including unfortunately on most of our other shows, when we have like crowd scenes, we can say, oh, we can pull these guys from previous series or previous movies. But here we had to design everything from the ground up. all the carriages and the horses and the cops and the people on the street, the guy selling nuts on the corner.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of work. We did take some design cues from the comic. We didn't specifically make it an exact one-to-one representation of Mike Mignola's style, just because we didn't really have the time and the resources to do that. But there's definitely some nods to his style in it. It definitely has its own unique look.
How intimidating is that again? I mean, obviously it's iconic looks that you guys have created already in the past for characters on other series. Doing it again, do you get nervous at all that you're like, are people going to connect with this look and this story in the same way they have with other stuff?
Do they look like nervous men?
I mean, we think about it, but we don't.
Everybody's so chill on this stand right now. I'm like, all right, I feel like I can chill out a little bit too.
You know what I would say about these guys? Despite having to do everything from scratch, the energy was super high. The art team came in; they were excited to do it. They were excited to Google everything, and I don't know why, because it was new, and they all loved the project.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun for us to get out of like modern day Metropolis and Gotham City and spandex and super weapons and stuff. I mean, it was.
Take off the spandex.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not that
Throw it
anything's
away.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, stylistically too. I mean, it has to feel like a retro movie. I mean, it has to feel like, it's like a horror and like a mystery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's almost like we got to use a little bit of a different visual language.
Yeah.
And so that was, I think, exciting for the team, just because it's like we're so used to basically doing it one way or like a variation, but not very far of one way.
Yeah.
This is something like again, we like just the mandate was treat it like a horror movie. Look at old movies.
And Sam brings up a good point. It is a mystery. So when you do see it, if you're early viewer, shh.
Well, I was
Don't
just
tell
about to ask, I was
anybody
like,
the ending, all right?
are there any surprises you can tell us? But I don't want to give any spoilers away. But are there any scenes or moments that you would say make sure you keep a close eye out for?
No.
Yeah, you're diabolical.
Spent
No.
2 years
There's things I would
working
tell
on
my
it, that
storyboard
everything
artists,
should be a
you know, but-
surprise.
It's
Well,
all good.
The
Right.
Watch
surprise-
the whole
back.
movie. Don't
Yeah,
turn it
yeah.
off halfway
the
through.
mini surprise is no spandex. We
There
know
you go.
that.
Yeah,
That's a surprise.
Yep, no muscle suits.
It's true. So obviously the graphic novel spawned another series. So I have to ask the question, is there a chance that we might get another from you guys because that one spawned a continuation?
We are hoping so. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how good the fan response is and how good the sales are, frankly. But yeah, there's a bunch of them that we have our eye on that we'd kind of like to turn into movies. So yeah, hopefully.
That's the news for now, but remember to check out DC All Access every weekday to stay up to date on everything going down in the DCU. See you next time, Super Friends.